Okay, I figured since Star Trek Online is doing the Kobayashi Maru, I would take advantage of this to do two things. One, I might as well take it myself, just to see how I do. And two, I'm going to use it to do a little educating on the history of the Kobayashi Maru, some tactics used to pass it, and where it came from. And so I'm going to do it two ways. First, I'm going to do the standard 15-minute one that they're running. I'll be doing that in my current ship, I call it my flagship, the Hephaestus. It is a tactical star cruiser. The second one will be done in my my other ship, which hasn't been seen on this channel, I don't think. But this is the loadout for my flagship real quick. I've got a few radiant anti-proton arrays. They have a nice bonus where they can have a chance to give you 10,000 temporary hit points. An omnidirectional beam array. I didn't care what kind it was, just that it was omnidirectional. Wide-angle quantum torpedo launcher, which my loadout just disappeared. But the other one was a experimental Romulan disruptor array, which actually does not use any energy when firing, so it kind of allows more energy to go to the other weapons.
Welcome to the Gamma Hydra training facility. Today, you'll be running through a modified version of a legendary Starfleet training scenario, the Kobayashi Maru. In this exercise, you must protect the Kobayashi Maru as long as possible.
Did not mean to do that. What did I just activate?
Welcome to the... In this exercise, you must protect the Kobayashi Maru as long as possible. You'll want to keep...
Okay. Time's about to run out.
This is the Kobayashi Maru. 19 crews out of all Tier 6. We have struck a gravitic mine and have lost all power. Our highest penetrated leaves sustaining many casualties.
Anytime I do a chevron separation, I like to keep it right here just because it makes it easier to tell when it gets destroyed. Okay. For starters, a history of the Kobayashi Maru. Despite the fact that most portrayals have it as Klingon aggressors, that's true in the origins only to the extent that the ships were of Klingon design. Okay, I'm not listening wrong. So, the original Kobayashi Maru was actually in service to ECS, Earth Cargo Service, back in the time of Star Trek Enterprise, back with Jonathan Archer and the NX-01 and all that. So after missing a rendezvous with the ECS Horizon, I think it's ECS, I don't know what the prefixes were for the cargo ships, which some of you may remember was Mayweather's parents' ship. The Kobayashi Maru instead decided to transport some Vulcan scientists to an outpost. I don't remember which one. I finished this book recently. Oh, Doomsday Machine, lovely. This was during the leading up to early times of the Earth-Romulan War. So during the Earth-Romulan War, the Romulans actually had a telecapture device, which, when brought to bear on an enemy vessel, would completely take control of its systems, and the Romulans could essentially use that ship as a puppet. Which I'm sure all of you can guess how well that would work out. So what happened was, the Romulans got wind of whatever was going on with the Vulcans the Romulans got wind of whatever was going on with the Vulcans and decided to send a ship to try and intercept. So, and whenever they did, they took the Kobayashi Maru was a fuel carrier, yes, but it was of Klingon design, which kind of made it interesting, but that's not really relevant. The Enterprise NX-01 responded to the distress call after the Kobayashi Maru did actually strike a mine. Whenever the Enterprise arrived, the Romulans tried to use the telecapture device on the Enterprise, resulting in the Enterprise actually fleeing rather than being captured or destroyed. So which then resulted in Klingon ships under the control of Romulans being used to destroy the Kobayashi Maru. So that's where the origin of this comes from. Which, I mean, in my opinion, that's kind of interesting. It's only in the Star Trek Enterprise novel Kobayashi Maru. As far as I can tell, it's not really mentioned anywhere else. So, as far as some interesting solutions, some of you may have seen Captain Kirk's solution in the J.J. Abrams Star Trek, which was to reprogram the simulation and make it so it could destroy the ships easily. According to a few Enterprise novels and comics, Captain Kirk did in fact reprogram it in the Prime timeline. However, he reprogrammed it to the point that whenever he announced to the Klingons who he was, they're like, "Oh, that's Captain Kirk!" And they actually assisted Kirk in locating the Kobayashi Maru. Then the Klingons warped away, and I'm reading this on a side screen. Klingons then warped away, which allowed Kirk to evacuate the Kobayashi Maru. Kirk was given the commentation for original thinking, as well as 99 demerits, just short of the amount of demerits which would have gotten him expelled. So that's one solution. And actually, once I get back on with my new ship, I will continue the information. So stay tuned. I should be back momentarily if I cut right.
Welcome to the Gamma
I
Hydra
don't need to
training.
do that. We already did. So this is my tactical ship on a different character. I have it as a multi-vector assault cruiser. Anyway, as I was saying, a few other ways that the Kobayashi Maru was taken that are notable that I could find is Mackenzie Calhoun actually destroyed the Kobayashi Maru, then backed up that decision by stating that it was likely the crew was dead, and considering where the Kobayashi Maru was in Klingon space, it was probably a trap.
This is the Kobayashi Maru. 19 crews
He also reasoned that the crew would rather die than be captured and tortured by the Klingons. It's also worth noting from what I've found that due to the alliance between the Federation and the Klingon Empire in the 24th century, the Kobayashi Maru test was actually changed so that the aggressors were Romulans. Here, I can find a few other. And it looks like that's really all the information I can immediately find while doing that I had lined up for this video. So, for the rest of the video, just watch me try not to get my butt handed to me. I have no idea what a lot of my buttons do. It's been so long since I've played this one. Big booms. Get away from that footage.
That's ready for another way.
Looks like one of my vectors is still intact. Where's the other? They're both still intact. I feel weird just flying a triangle, even though it is kind of neat that they put the nacelle touches. Let's get over there and give him help. I don't have enough torpedoes for the ship. I guess I figured I could whip around faster and use it forward. Something else to shoot. Oh, there's a whole group over there. I didn't even realize it was over there. Oh wow, this ship is a little speedy. Expected using evasive maneuvers to give me that much of a speed boost.
Heads up! Another wave is coming your way.
One of my vectors? Oh, one of my vectors is destroyed. Yeah, that's Let's recombine, reseparate until I can get. Yeah, let's brace for impact, shall we? Let's reseparate. Let's just start. Dang it! I get a chance to respawn in this one. Just sitting there, they're not even helping. Just because I'm destroyed doesn't mean you can't help. Oh hey, it's helping. Okay, that works. Cool, respawn. Don't mind my cat. She gets a little vocal. Let's see.
The next wave is incoming.
Ah, there they are. The badass. I like what some people name their shit. What the heck? Shoot behind me. I did not even see him come up. Oh, there went the next bar. Oh, hey, there's a doomsday device. I'm not sure if I got him or if the doomsday device got him. Either way, he was got him. Now what do we got? Stable board. Like the Bodwar barrages. Really assault ships first. Oh, we got heavy artillery. Let's get rid of them. It's a Kobayashi Maru just flying around in the middle of all this. Like, shouldn't it be trying to get somewhere safe? Everybody? Nope, there's still a heavy. One to destroy that. Just out of range. Plasma torpedoes these days. There it goes. Where are my vectors? Oh, they're both still intact by the looks of it.
The next wave is in enemy assault incoming. Survive the onslaught.
Oh, this is gonna be fine. Oh, Tholians by the looks of it. That looks cut in. I honestly have no idea what the artillery is. It just looks neat. Not faring very well. Power to shields. Who am I even shooting at? So much shooting going on, I have no idea where I'm aiming. Oh, now it's Kobayashi. You know what? If you stay out of the way. Get him? We got him. How long have we lasted so far? Say. Dude, why is she not like every video except this one? I'm referring to my cat, by the way. And there goes the Kobayashi Maru. 10%. Yep, it's gone.
Alright, everyone. The simulation is over.
Well, that was the Kobayashi Maru test. I hope you enjoyed both watching me do it and the brief little history I gave you on it. I am currently not sure at this moment if I'm going to be doing a live stream for Grach on the 5th or not. It's about a 50-50 chance. If I don't do it the 5th, I'll do it the following Wednesday. So, peace out and have a good day, night, whatever time it is. That was anticlimactic.